All right, we have 5 minutes on the clock and we kick off stoppage time. Robert Lewandowski appears to be on the move. He is yet to decide his future. The Polish striker's contract ends in 2023 with Bayern Munich, and we still don't know where he is going to play. He could easily just sign again with Bayern Munich, but he could very well be looking for a new challenge, and that's maybe something that could happen, some sources told ESPN. And it looks like the two teams that are being linked with Robert Lewandowski are, oh surprise, Manchester City and Chelsea. We just talked about them in this previous segment. And he could leave as soon as this summer. So it's close. It's close. It could happen very, very soon. But in this little stoppage time segment that I am making right now, I want to make a case for both teams because both teams really make sense. It's difficult to have two options that make a whole bunch of sense, and both of these options make a lot of sense for Robert Lewandowski. Let's start off with Manchester City. The reasons why Robert Lewandowski to Manchester City makes so much sense is that he already knows the Pep Guardiola system. He knows what Pep Guardiola's teams are like. He played in those teams for 2 seasons, 3 seasons. He was a crucial part in those teams. He was the top goal scorer in that Bayern Munich. So he knows what that's like. He would mesh into that Pep Guardiola Manchester City quite easily. You also look at the talent that would surround Robert Lewandowski at Manchester City. Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, Ilkay Gundogan, Bernardo Silva. I can see those guys feeding Lewandowski to 40 Premier League goals in his first season because that's the beauty of guys like Robert Lewandowski. They're plug and play. You can put him anywhere. But if you put him with a guy like Pep Guardiola, a guy that he's already played under, well, it's easier. It's easier to get used to the new system or the new league, rather. Manchester City and Robert Lewandowski, I love it. I love it. I think that should be his first option. That should be his first option. But now, if he decides to go to Chelsea, I mean, my goodness, same thing. He would mesh immediately because the tools, the pieces around him are there. He would have guys like Kai Havertz, Christian Pulisic. He would have a Timo Werner, a Hakim Ziyech. That would work amazing. And not only that, not only would Robert Lewandowski benefit greatly from moving on to Chelsea, you know who else would benefit greatly from a Robert Lewandowski arrival? Timo Werner. Because Timo Werner, maybe wrongfully, was brought into Chelsea as the goal scorer. They wanted him to be the goal scorer when he's not. He's much more than that. So that would ease the pressure off of Timo Werner. And Timo Werner would assist Robert Lewandowski for days. They would score so many goals together. They would link up for so many goals. Because we already know Timo Werner is amazing at assisting and facilitating the game for his teammates. He can do that. He can definitely do that. And not only that, Robert Lewandowski would go to a German manager, a team that is managed by a German. So he would feel somewhat like at home. And again, Robert Lewandowski doesn't shy away from the high expectations. He's okay with the big expectations. It doesn't matter. Wherever he goes, he's going to want to play Champions League. He has the Champions League secured with Chelsea or with Manchester City. But they would be great options. Something that both of these teams have in common is that they need a striker now. Manchester City, Sergio Aguero's leaving, Gabriel Jesus, he hasn't been it. We haven't seen much from him. He hasn't been that good. Then you look over at Chelsea. Again, Timo Werner isn't really that solution that you need to your goal drought, if you want to say. Olivier Giroud, he's not getting many minutes. Probably not going to get many minutes. Maybe he's on his way out for all we know. But both of these teams really need a striker. And who else would you rather want than Robert Lewandowski? Maybe the most informed striker in the last, 2 seasons? Unbelievable. Robert Lewandowski is an unbelievable player, and he would benefit greatly from moving on to the Premier League And the Premier League would benefit greatly from having a player like Robert Lewandowski, because let's be honest, the Premier League does have a lot of great goal scorers, and they've had a lot of great goal scorers in their history. So there's that.